Okay. So yeah, had to take a little bit of a detour there. Um, but yeah, kind of gave me a little bit of time to eat a little bit before the gym. I did not plan out my eating very good today. I will not even lie. But that's all right because just got a little snack from work there. These clean beans, sour cream and onion, really solid actually. Um, for a cut, really good because they make you full. At least I find. But a little bit high in calories for like a snack, around like 360. But still a crazy amount of protein and a good amount of carbs. So just ate like about half the bag or so there, just because I felt like the whole bag would have been a little bit much. Fuck me. Okay. Felt like the whole bag would have been a little bit much. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Okay. So yeah, before the inevitable happens, meaning my camera falling over, we were talking about the clean beans. Yeah. Those things, nice little snack. Um, just because I wanted to have a little bit of something, because I ate my meal, I'd probably say, what would that be, 3 hours before I left for the gym from work. So that was a little bit um, on my bad for kind of forgetting, because I was gonna have that meal and then I was gonna have a snack about like an hour before. Um, but yeah, it didn't end up going according to plan. I think this is having too much fun at work. Cause just totally forgot to kind of place my meals around there. But um, yeah, so then yeah, just had a little bit of the clean beans there before, just because I wanted to get in a little bit of extra carb source before my workout. And realistically, with any sort of workout, the main thing you are going to want to get in is carbs. Okay. Now, I don't know how many people understand that or how many people don't, but trust me, get in your carbs. Um, is going to be the main thing that's going to help give you energy for any type of activity, whether that be working out, whether that be hockey, whether that be soccer, whether that be like some, I don't know, whatever you need energy for, right? Because yeah, energy is going to be the main kind of macro for not only um, yeah, carbs are going to be the main macro for energy, but as well as any sugars. Sugars would be especially good for any activity, because that's basically what you're going to burn off right away. So that's the reason also that in like my water bottle here, I'll typically have some carbs, as well as some electrolytes is going to be the two main things that I want in there. One, so I'm constantly replenishing myself with carbs, so I never really feel that tired. And before I started using like a carb source in my water, um, it just felt normal. But when I started using a carb source in my water, like it literally felt like my rest times went down, as well as like my endurance, and just everything just felt better about the overall workout. So honestly, if you aren't using any type of carb source, whether that just be like Gatorade or personally myself, I use Carbolin, especially the blue raz flavor. Oh my goodness, this thing is good. It mixes well with everything. Throw like a whole different bunch of flavored EAs in there. Always mixes well. Um, and I feel that's kind of like blue raz, is one of those flavors that you can mix anything with it and it's good. And also like companies don't really mess up a blue raz flavor. Um, but yeah, so yeah, plan for today. Get in there, which we're already here. Smash some arms, be both triceps and biceps. Don't know if you can hear my voice, but I do feel like I have like a little bit of like a a cold or something. So hopefully we should still be able to keep our strength up and feel just as good no matter what. But even then, like if you're a little bit sick like I am right now, like you can still go to the gym, you know. It's not like I'm over here with a freaking broken leg going to squat, you know. Like that's not realistic. But yeah, you kind of just got to power through like some of those days where You know, you kind of do feel a little bit shitty or a little bit groggy or whatever, but you know you still have enough energy to go and work out, you know? And that's also what is going to be the difference between making some real gains and making gains, you know? Like, there's a big difference there for that mentality of going in, you know, no matter what the conditions, no matter what the day, no matter what the excuses are presented in front of the table, just get in there, go hard, get a nice pump, and then get out of there because I just want to go home and probably rest after that, after I've done all those fun activities called getting a juicy pump, especially a juicy arm pump. So yeah, triceps, biceps. I think that should be all. I might throw in a little bit of abs as well. I was kind of liking those ab crunches from yesterday, and doesn't necessarily feel too sore as of today. But yeah, let's get in there before I die of a heat exhaustion in this car. Okay. So yeah, kind of messed around with the weight on this one here. Tried like 2 plates, tried 3 felt a little bit heavy. So moved it back down to 2 plate 25. And yeah, this feels like pretty solid. Although this movement does get into my chest a little bit, for like a first movement, I'm not too worried about that, just because it'll try and fatigue my triceps as much as possible on this set, and then go into more kind of isolation movements after. They'll really hammer away these triceps, get them all pumped up. Whew. All right. Yeah, you can probably even hear it in my freaking voice and stuff like that right now because it's what I'm feeling. Feels like groggy as hell. But yeah, for this one here, did move the machine back a little bit just because I felt when I had it forward, see on my chest a little bit too involved. But try to move it back a little bit, more pushing down and out with the triceps since I'm further back, other than straight down, which will kind of gauge my chest a little bit because it's in that same line and like range of motion there. Yeah, target way more there. Oh, it's good. One more set. All right. So yeah, pretty much finished off 3 sets over there on the plate loaded machine. They're gonna move into some just normal rope push downs here. I'm thinking 100 pounds should be good to get a little bit heavier of a set, as well as not too heavy where it's like getting pretty sloppy. So yeah. Yeah, 100 feels perfect. Even notice how I bring them together at the end there. Very similar to like the overhead ones we did last arm day, where I'm able to just get a little bit of extra juice just pumped out of those sets there. Really making sure that my triceps do get as fatigued as possible, as pumped up as possible. So I'll probably go for 2 more sets of those, and then into some single arms, probably followed by some overheads. Okie dokie. So yeah, finished off 1 more set of those push downs. Now we're gonna go into some overhead extensions. Really gonna try and just wedge this thing apart. Thinking of sticking with 100 pounds for this one. Yeah, make sure with this one you really try to wedge it apart at the end there, and then when you get fatigued enough, then that's when you can bring it in, just pump with those extra reps. So make sure to get the full use out of your triceps there. So yeah, just finished off 2 extra sets of those kind of tricep extensions. Feeling pretty pumped up already. Honestly, don't even really need to do this last set. I feel like I'm already pumped up enough, but you know, might as well add a little cherry on top of this tricep workout right now. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing maybe 1 or 2 sets of just single arm tricep pushdowns. Relatively heavy, gonna do 60 pounds on each side, and just really just pump it out as much as possible. I think it's like a great ending movement, just because not only do you get so much of your tricep in it by isolating with the one arm, but also you can kind of get over top of it and just really squeeze out that last little bit that you got in you. Let's go check this out. Okay. Oh, freaking K. So yeah. Probably say that was about 12 to 11 sets of some good old hard tricep work there. Let's see if we can notice any big and or little differences here. Whew. Ooh, definitely see it kind of poking out there. That's nice. That is very nice. See if we can see it from this side as well. Ooh, a little bit tougher from the angle when I'm looking back at it. They're going all the way around my back, but Taking a straight from the back. Also, I don't know if you would have seen on my back there, but literally just found the weirdest bug bite on my back. And it was funny as hell because I showed up to work today and put on a work shirt, right? Even before I had driven down, and legit did not feel anything inside my shirt, like no little fly, no little bug or nothing. And then about a couple hours into my shift, just get this huge hang on, let me finish this pose down before I tell the story. But yeah, literally just find this huge ass freaking bug bite in like the middle of my back there. And like it's in the dead center. So I thought that it might have actually been like, you know, sometimes when you bend like all the way over, you can kind of like, if you feel back to like the center of your back, or like the middle of your back, you can kind of actually feel like your spine kind of going on the back. It literally felt like a freaking spine bump because of how big the freaking bug bite was. But man, in the morning, it was like big as fuck, and it was like red as hell. So I don't know what the hell bit me there or what even happened, but not very fun. I won't lie. I gotta imagine it must have been like some horse fly or something, man. Because this like in the morning, this thing was huge and like really red. As well, pretty much like same color as this bottle over here. But enough yaps about stupid insects. Gonna go into probably some, I'm thinking dumbbell curls, but I kind of want to do seated ones to start. But yeah, dumbbell curls. Then we'll go into some machine cable curls, and then maybe even do, there's this one machine they kind of got, it's like a preacher curl with a like handle attachment on it. Might do that one for a couple sets. Thinking for this, gonna try and get a little bit heavier of a set, going for the 35 seated here. If you remember from the last arm day, I'm pretty sure taking around 30 pounds, but that was my second movement, so I was already a little more fatigued from the initial kind of standing curls. So yeah, let's get a set going here. Quit rolling away at you. Whew. Yeah. See, I already did one set of those 30s, and man, yeah, this weight just feels great right now. It doesn't feel too heavy to the point where it feels like I'm ego lifting or it feels sloppy, but then it doesn't feel too light or it feels like I'm just putting up way too many reps, like not even really trying. So 30 is like that perfect number there. I think I'll go for one more set of this and then go on to some cable curls, probably followed by that machine, and then should be good. So yeah, we'll like 5 sets of this, which is a little more than I normally do, but really liking it right now. Okay. So yeah, in comparison to the the biceps I did on the last back day, you'll notice the bar that I'm using here is not only going to be a lot longer in length, but it's actually going to flip back and forth, or it's going to turn around with the curling motion, which is a lot nicer than that bar that I was using last time, where it was almost in a very fixed position. So it was like kind of digging into my wrist sometimes when I was bending. And then not only that, but the bar was much shorter, so I was almost having to grab it just from like the ends and curl it up. So it was a little bit like an uncomfortable position. I've already done like a couple warm-up sets with this one here, and it did feel a lot nicer than that one from before. So yeah, let's get first set of this. Whew. Oh yeah. So yeah, a little bit of a different machine here. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting machine. Like when you're at the top here, you don't have a lot of tension, but you do have a lot of flex in your bicep. And then as you start to lower it down, it hits a certain point and it kind of just like almost drops with a lot of weight. So it's really crucial to kind of bring it all the way up, hold it, and then really control it on the way down, because you're gonna feel like a lot of weight kind of just drop. I wish it was kind of more of a consistent flow of drop with like the weight, but I do notice it's like you don't really feel much tension up here, and then right about here it kind of just drops like crazy. But kind of helps with just focusing on only squeezing it like crazy at the top, but also to really notice your controllability, I guess would be the word, or your control, I guess. So yeah. Oh man. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, even with like such a low weight, just the fact that like all the weight seems to be in that control part. So yeah, really interesting move, but I'm feeling pretty much fully pumped, so go check it. Whew. So yeah, felt pretty good with most of those bicep movements. Decided to go a little bit lighter on some of the sets there. Not doing like super heavy standing curls. In addition to kind of taking a little more slow and controlled. So definitely do feel like this feels like a really good pump. Let's see how it looks. Face this camera actually in the fucking mirror. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. Oh man, need to actually put 2 and 2 together on how exactly to set up this mirror. I had it there before, but I'm very mirrorly challenged, I guess. Yeah. We'll see it on this turn here. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely starting to see it kind of start to come up there for sure as we get sort of more trimmed down. But nonetheless though, I did like, if that machine that I just did at the end there kind of had a constant amount of resistance, not like really easy at the top and then just drops kind of middle of the way through, if it had like a really nice path of resistance, that would probably be my favorite machine. But it is a little bit annoying that it doesn't have that continuous amount of resistance, just because I feel like that does take a decent little bit away from the movement itself. Now, that's not really anything to do with how I'm doing the exercise, kind of just how the machine's made. So you kind of just gotta play it into your favor of how you want to do that set in your workout and stuff like that. Obviously, if it did have like a full kind of amount of tension all the way through, I feel like it would be a lot more versatile of a movement, but I feel like it's more of kind of a burnout type of movement, just because of the fact that it kind of just has a lot of resistance on the way down, but not nearly as much at the very top of the movement. So yeah, it is a little bit interesting. Like, I don't really see myself ever putting that like the start of a workout for biceps, but definitely see like middle and definitely ending to really just get everything out of my biceps there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of abs, probably just like 4 to like 6 sets of ab crunches, just to kind of pump them up a little bit. I might start doing that now, just because I do want to see if I can get a little bit of my abs showing by the end of this cut. And yeah, like, one main thing is like, you're gonna have to actually work up your abs like any other muscle group to kind of make them pop out more, but then the diet is what's gonna make them show more, right? Kind of just trimming off that fat to reveal the abs. But if you actually do work at those abs, then the trimming is gonna be a little bit less, because they're gonna be a little bit further out and bigger than if you didn't hit abs. Then you had to cut down a little bit more to see the smaller kind of abs there. So yeah, just gonna go do those real quick and then we'll get in the car. Ooh, okay, busted. All right. So yeah, the last 10% on this silly phone. We'll try to get in this little car talk here. Can't believe I forgot about it in the kind of pre-lift car talk, but Planet of the Apes, that thing was fire. That shit was gas. So yeah, I watched it last night, and really, let me slam this protein shake before I get into it. Excuse me. But yeah, like insanely good movie. Let me make sure also. So I kind of got to wedge my bag down in where my tripod is at the bottom there to kind of give it that extra little hope that it won't fall over. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, speaking on the movie, man, was it good. I really enjoyed it. Now, the only thing I would definitely have to say about it is it felt different. It felt way different in comparison to the first three. And the reason I say that is because, like, so I don't know. I'll try not to spoil too much, but I think it's already known. Like, it's not really a spoiler that it's ahead in the future, right? And when they do the time skip, right? Which I don't think is a spoiler either, because honestly it happens right at the start of the movie. So, like, but yeah, they do a time skip, and just the whole characters and everything just feel a lot more. I wouldn't want to say kiddie, right? In the sense that it's not definitely like not like a children's movie or anything like that, but man, Caesar is a cold motherfucker. Like that guy is one of the coldest main characters, and the main character in this movie I think is really good, but it just didn't feel the same. It didn't feel like the first, second, and third, and especially the second, man. The second is by far the best movie out of the. I don't know what you really call like four movies, like a quadrilogy, but at least out of the trilogy with Caesar as the main character, right? Those are by far the second one is by far the best. Just like storyline, action, kind of everything to it. I think the third is probably the second best, and then the first is just it's honestly, first is probably one of the best like origin films out there, because it just gets the movie or the series set up so well, like so perfectly, to be honest. But yeah, I honestly think like if you've watched any one of the movies before, or even if you haven't watched any of the series, definitely invest in the series. I literally paid for a Disney Plus membership just in order to actually like be able to watch the three before I went and saw the fourth one, and I definitely would recommend that you do watch at least the second and third to understand everything that goes on in the fourth, because the second and third kind of mention what goes on in the first, and the first one's like, I feel like everyone's watched the first one, right? But definitely watch the first three before you go in and watch the fourth one, mainly just because it really does need kind of like some context as to what's going on in the fourth one for sure. But yeah, besides that, I mean, not really a movie review channel, so I give it like 2 crisp thumbs up. But like it's a good movie for a movie. Like it's a really good movie for a movie. But for a Planet of the Apes movie, I thought it was just a good Planet of the Apes movie. Like it wasn't bad at all. But yeah, it did leave it on a cliffhanger though. I'll let you know that. It did leave it on a cliffhanger, so definitely go watch it, because it kind of left me wanting a little bit more. And I honestly think they are going to deliver on that. I think there will be a fifth one, and the fifth one could be crazy with how they kind of set it up there. But yeah, kind of going on about that lift, I guess. Triceps really didn't switch up too much there. Just kind of started with like a heavier movement at the start there, and then went into a lot of cable work. Now, I've never really done any movements for triceps involving like dumbbells. or anything like that. The only thing I can think of is like a dumbbell kickback, and realistically, I just don't see that being that useful. Because whenever you think about a tricep movement, right, your triceps kind of just go like up, like up, and then down, up and then down, right? So if you were to go a kickback, it kind of just doesn't really go with the whole range of motion, like the way the gravity is kind of what would you call it, like a gravitational pull advantage, or like a I don't even know. There's some scientific terms, or someone knows it. But yeah, it just doesn't really seem like it's that useful for the times that I have tried it, and also like you don't even really load on a lot of weight, which is good in the fact that you get a really good pump out of it, but it doesn't really feel like it's building anything too much. So yeah, I kind of stick with the overheads as well as the push downs, because those kind of seem to hit the tricep area the best by far. And then biceps, I'll mention it again, the machine that I used at the end there, I actually did really enjoy kind of getting those like lasso squeeze reps out, but it does feel a little bit of a kind of bicep fatiguer, as well as I did feel it a little bit in my forearms, and I think it's just because of the way the machine is designed. So in all, like really good arm day. Probably be coming back for legs tomorrow. Hopefully I won't feel as kind of groggy as I did today. But yeah, anything to take away from this video, it's definitely go watch that new Planet of the Apes movie. Watch the first 3 before, for sure. I'd highly recommend watching the first 3 before so you understand it. And then also arms is good. As well as the protein shake that I just had there. It's Diesel chocolate peanut butter. Not my favorite flavor that I've tried, but honestly, like, Diesel's crazy good on their macros. Like only 110 calories for 27 grams of protein, which no complaints here whatsoever. Yeah, later for tonight, probably gonna go back home. I think I got a steak on the menu, and then probably watch a movie with the family, and then get off to bed at a hopefully reasonable time. But yeah, so I'll catch you guys later, and have a good one. Go watch that movie.